Alright, so let's get going. If I can adjust this pop filter correctly. Alright. Cool. Okay. Some of you may notice I've added a bugs tab because there's always room for improvement, especially with this game. Gosh, it's been a few days since I've worked on this project. I'm gonna actually just jump in here and see what's actually working and what's not. Okay. Maybe mana was working and I just didn't use enough, or use too much money before testing mana. Let's see. Okay, mana is working, but the image is not updating. That's okay. Mana gear. There we go. That should update now. Does my health update to the 6th tier? Let's check. I guess it's gonna take longer because I just upgraded my health, but it does. Mana is still not responsive to that. Hold on, mana gear. I think that was just what our issue was. Let's see now. I love this song. I really should just make each thing give me like $1,000 or something for now. Alright. That looks great. Okay, cool. So all this is working so far. I'm gonna do that right now. There we go. This is gonna make debugging a lot easier. Yeah, 65,001. Go. God, this pop filter should not be mounted the way it is. That's my fault. $130,000. Okay. So armor needs to update to the 6th health ring. Okay, so armor, boots, and health ring need a 6th case. Oh, this needs to break. Armor. let's try. That should have been the only problem. Yeah. Let's just bring all these over. There we go. I barely have to move now. I'm just trying to get enough completely to be able to buy each upgrade. Okay. Okay, this needs to update. That's not updating for some reason. Prices are all working correctly. Oh, okay. I guess a level 13 helmet was too much. Which health do I have? 15? That's not bad. Okay. So that mana title is not working correctly for some reason. Type equals mana, and it's a gear title. Now let's try. That should work. Oh, I guess I missed one. Let's work on one for fire rate, honestly, because I just want to make sure that works correctly. Accuracy, fire rate, and reload time. good. This might need moving over. This looks really good. I like the uniformity sort of look, but it will have to change because we're going to be adding more of the usables in. We're going to add a dummy. The dummy, the shield, and like a health station. Yeah, we'll figure that out eventually. One way or another. It'll work. Okay. Let's make one for the mana ring. Which comes first? Mana ring comes second. Okay. So now, let's actually, for balancing's sake, I want to see how much health and mana this will grant me if both are up to a tier 7. Or if all 4 stats, rather, both rings and base health and base mana. Health and 15 mana. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, right? Are health and mana not actually contributing to that yet? Max health plus equals 1. Oh, I see what the problem is. The mana upgrade upgrades the max ammo. The health upgrade is the max health. The health ring gives max health. +1. Max ammo. There we go. Tiny little mistake, but that's okay. So essentially what the upgrade was doing, it was just adding. It was like reloading for us on that screen. That's funny. Now I can just get a few and then die. I can just scoop it all up and be done with it. There we go. $17 health and 20 mana. So it was what, 8 base mana plus 12. Yeah, that makes sense. And 5 base health plus 12. That makes sense. That looks really nice as that set of gear. I like that a lot. Health, armor, boots, health, ring, mana ring, shield. Shield I need to do. Accuracy, fire rate, reload time. Okay. I wonder how. I can really just kind of infinitely... Oh, it compounds pretty quickly though. That's good to know, at least. That even with that crazy amount of money, I couldn't get that high in the grand scheme of things. Like, even with that amount of health, I'm sure I could die pretty fast. Now I'm never getting out of this, because I'm... Okay. Because I'm alive forever, but that's okay. Now, I guess we want to get the shield working. Or at least the upgrade for the shield working. So I can actually make the upgrade button for that. Duplicate it and call it shield upgrade. Oops. What's it called? Shield price? I don't remember what it's called. Shield price, yes. And eventually I'm going to collapse this all into a script. And then I'll be able to just run it through a script as opposed to trying to, like, you know, coordinate it with each corresponding variable. I can just put it all in a script. Let me look up that reference image for the thing I wanted to draw. For the new enemy. The new enemy can wait, actually. We're focused on this right now. Shield upgrade. And let's test that that works before we... Aha. Shield price not set before reading it. Is shield price really not set in the initialization? I guess it's not. 250's fine. I knew I didn't recognize that variable for some reason. Okay, shop. by instinct to keep entering the level when I should be just going to the shop. Perfect. Here's the shield. And I suppose it should get bigger with each iteration. So let me add that in right now, actually. So right now it's only 2 frames. If it's gonna grow 2, 4, 6, rank 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and above. So 2, 4, 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it should be 34 by 34. And then I'll just have to... we'll just give the player some extra. Right? That works. Wait a second. I'll just have to expand all of these. Ugh. I can't even draw a circle. This is what it's come to. I might need to make it even bigger. Okay, well at least I know this one is going to take up essentially the whole thing. Oh, and then I'll just work backwards. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, we're gonna have to make this bigger. I don't mind giving the player a big shield or anything like that, but... Okay, whoops. Something was wrong there. So 1 and 2, 3 and 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and above. Okay. That means I gotta edit the global shield. Is less than or equal to to 2. Because it's just 1 and 2. Is greater than or equal to 3 or less than or equal to 4. I guess I should do 3 and 4 and 5. You know what? Let's do it like that. It's greater than or equal to 6. Cool. So now I want to test each shield and see how each one looks, because then I'll know if I'll have to edit the images or not. There we go, level 1. That looks good. That looks okay. And that should create enough of a buffer to where the enemies will be able to hit it without the player being hurt. And if it's not, I can always just make it bigger. And then 2, 3. Is 3 make it bigger? No, it's 4. So I'll just have to go to 4. That's okay. 4. There we go. I can't even tell if that's bigger. Goodness. I guess we'll know for sure if it changes at 6. Okay, so something else is happening here. Image angle, player image angle. So, dude, how ironic I'm working on the same thing. You're way ahead of me, though. You just gotta keep working on it. How you doing, though? Welcome to the stream. So you also into Game Maker 2? Top down? Yeah, I just got Desktop Premium yesterday. How long have you used Game Maker for? About a week. Ah, okay. I've used Game Maker for 8 or 9 years at this point, so you just gotta keep working at it. Finally got a tile map collision camera 2-point working. Hey, I have not even checked how cameras work in 2, so you're already ahead of me on that with cameras. Want some free code for the cameras? Might benefit me, to be honest. Right now I'm just using a viewport instead of a camera. I feel like I might not be using a camera for this project, but it's always nice to learn. Same with shaders. I need to be well versed in shaders eventually. Alright, shield upgrade. Yeah, it is adding one to shield. However, global shield is greater than or equal to 3, less than or equal to 3. So what is the, what's some of the stuff you've been doing for your top-down? Are you still kind of... How do you check if an object is in a group, such as... Is O-Shield in group usables? Oh, I don't know how you declare your variables. Basically, I have an object called... I have a whole empty room called just initialize, and I have an object called oInitialize that just initializes all these variables. And essentially, I don't designate if something is a piece of gear or usable or a base stat. I just I just have shield active state that if it can't be used unless shield has reached a certain, your shield stat has reached a certain point. I could do that. I could basically go in and tag everything with a variable and just basically say type equals gear or usables or whatever, and then say, you know, if object dot type equals whatever, then perform this action. But the system I'm using right now doesn't, there's no need for me to differentiate between usables and things like that. Should be the same. Okay. There we go. Now it's working. Now the shield grows with the, depending on the level we have for the shield. So it should grow to its largest at level 6. Yeah, there we go. That looks good. So I really should divide this into tabs so that I can upgrade certain areas of the player. Just, you know, make like basically tabs. Yeah. Yeah, that makes the most sense probably. Okay. And then a random item will be for sale each time, having its price. Cool. Mind if I post the camera code in chat? Sure. I'll use snipping tool on it or something like that to make sure I can save it for later. Create event. Ah, okay. Thank you for messaging it to me. I did not see that until now. Thank you for that. I might work that in eventually, because it would be nice for me to learn how to do that. For some reason, it's not clamping to the bottom right. As in your room, the viewport. Top left and stuff. Tell me about your game. Essentially, what I'm trying to just do is make a not even wave-based shooter, kind of a phase-based shooter. I will show you. Basically, what I mean is essentially when the player scores a certain amount, they score by killing enemies. It will unlock the next phase, bringing the next portal. There's 4 tiers of portal until the boss. If I actually have the debug here, if I press U, it'll spawn all the other portals in. Each enemies get increasingly more difficult. Of course, I decided to show my example right mid debugging. So, shield max shield health. Equals max shield health. Okay. Essentially. They increase in difficulties right now. There's zombies, flies, ants, these kind of eyes that dart at you. And if I can get them to spawn again, because it's random, the pool it picks from there's ghosts. If not, I can just make it showed up on the first one. Yeah, there's ghosts. And it's not, each enemy just has a different attack pattern that they use. Yeah. And I really just wanted to use this as an opportunity to test different, different functions out. Thank you. Just like customizing colors of everything, and the player is able to edit their individual stats, so their fire rate, their accuracy, their reload time, and these are just things that I've never tried before, so I figured I'd give them a go. And I figured if there's one thing that'll make me really stay dedicated to a game, it'll be getting instant feedback on it and making it on stream. Saving and networking are so crazy to understand for me. Oh gosh. Sean Spalding has an amazing save tutorial that'll allow you to make a save and encrypt it. Let me actually find the link. And send that in chat. Saving and loading. I believe this is the one I used. I watched his videos. Yeah, he's very well versed. I think that one is saving and loading. This one is saving and loading with a different file type. And then the third link in chat is for encrypting saves. So you might want to take a look at those. Thanks so much for the resource. I've heard a lot of state-based machines, but I don't know what they do exactly. They're moving or not running. I actually have a couple of those in here. So the player, if you go into his create, a few of these are defined. Basically, state is defined as my move script right here. This is an amazing move script. I modified it from Heartbeast, his platformer. It's an amazing move script where essentially one script can control both enemies and players. Basically, if I wanted the player to be frozen, for example, like perhaps he gets hit by a, an ice enemy hits him, and, I'm frozen, I can create a script called player frozen, and basically say, when that frozen bullet collides with me, change my state to player freeze instead of player move. So now my player won't be able to move, but he'll be frozen. And in the freeze script, I can set an alarm, for example, and say, when this alarm is up, when this alarm is up, set my state back to the move. So it's basically like you're limiting what the player can do, and controlling what it's able to, basically controlling what it's able to do. I've been trying to modify Heartbeast for so long. I can give you this resource if you'd like. Basically, I just have the player move state, which runs another script named move inside of it. And I don't use solid objects, it's just solid. So here, I'll message that to you. This is the move script, and this is the player move script. And basically you run this in your step event of the player, and here are the variables defined. Thank you so much for the follow. I'm glad to meet someone who shares the similar interests in Game Maker. And thank you for the camera script again. I'm sure I'll implement that eventually. One of the best parts of being in a community like this is that your peers are also your resources, so don't be afraid to ask for help. I see you also just joined the Discord. If I can also offer a suggestion, I would highly recommend checking out Heartbeast's Discord server. That is full of amazing resources and amazing people that'll help you really kind of flourish and develop as a game developer. Alright, what was I doing? Oh, shield, yeah. Okay. The end report, I set shield health back to the max. I want to do this if I win as well. Thanks so much, Gino. No problem. Like, the best thing, like I said, the best thing about this sort of thing is that your peers are the resources. So asking for help is always an important thing. Don't get stuck. And YouTube is your friend too, so don't shy away from YouTube. Why am I setting? That's the def. Win should be equal to true. Where actually do I use the only place I use it? Win equals false. Global.win equals true. Oh, I see. Okay, I realize what that's for now. Gonna release on Steam. Funny you mentioned that. I actually used to have my Greenlight developer license, but with the news that Greenlight is shutting down soon, I just got a refund for my license, and I think I'm just gonna release this for free. I'm not looking to get a ton of money from this or anything like that. I'm more looking to grow my skills as a game developer, so I'm probably just gonna release this on like itch.io or GameJolt or something. If I did release it on Steam, it'd be for free. Yeah. Would be kind of cool to add Steam achievements and all that, because you can do all that natively in Game Maker. Let me try and get to the Steam functions, actually. Steam API, yeah. Yeah, there's functions for like achievements and statistics and stuff like that. DLC. But, you know, I'm not looking to make money, so. I saw that yesterday, I was like, what? Yeah. Some of the functions that I think are the coolest are, it's really too bad they got rid of them. They got rid of them because they were like really kind of iffy for computer security. But in the older versions of Game Maker, you used to be able to like open the disk drive and stuff on people's computers, which I thought was hilarious. There was a lot of disk functions for some reason. Like I remember making a game back in like Game Maker 7 or something when all those functions were still there, back before it was called Game Maker Studio. And I actually made a game where in order to progress through certain parts of the game, you had to put a disk into the computer that had a certain amount of tracks on it. So it would be like, oh, insert a disk, or it would be like feed me 12 tracks or something, and you had to put in a CD that had 12 audio tracks on it, and then that would progress you to the next level, and then you have to fight for a while. Yeah, so those were some of my favorite functions, but I think they're all gone now, unfortunately, because, you know, for obvious reasons, they kind of were, you know, security issues. But I just thought they were the coolest. I might work with that one day, because I still have Game Maker 7 and 8, and I think all the way through 5 on this. So I think I'll try and implement that somehow, like in an older version of a game, because I'd love to add something like that in. I think that'd just be hilarious to add one of those sort of disk functions in there, because the whole idea of it is just so ridiculous to begin with. Like, cautious when I see you do it. What's the name of this game? The name of this game is Untitled Top-Down Shooter. Don't have a name for it yet. But hello, Adam. How you doing? That's hilarious. I could be cautious. Yeah, there were actually functions in the older Game Maker that wrote to the registry, so that could like access CMD and all that. So it was really sketch, but it was hilarious, the things you could do with it. But they took it out because when they, just finished a session of Factorio with Ken, conveyor belts and all that. When they ported over to Mac and mobile releases, all those CD functions didn't work at all, so they just scrapped them all. Okay, what was I doing? I am making the shield work. Let's check this out then. We need to get some money first and then die. Also, I'll offer you a job in the future if you'd like. It's a small one, it's a big one to me. Sure. Yeah, send me a PM and we can talk. Do you use spaces or tabs? Tabs. I don't remember how many spaces. I think I had it set to like 4 or 5 spaces, but definitely tabs. No way I could get... Like, I could never get by using... Interesting. Oh, we did it. We made our first complete crash bug. Yes! Oh, sweet. Okay, I want to see what did that then. Self-destroy. Oh, that's funny. I only know this because of Silicon Valley. Oh gosh. Yeah, no. Tabs, I do not understand, because without a tab I'd have to, you know, it's just more convenient to use a tab. Alright, that was our first literally game-breaking bug. That's a nice milestone. Alright. Shield active is officially game breaking, so let's add that to the bugs section. Cool. Okay. So, let's figure out why. Step event, if the global shield with self-instance destroy. But it looks like it's being iffy when it's created to begin with. Global out max shield health. Okay. Alright, let's see if this breaks the game again. Those are always exciting though. Those are funny. Yeah, that's not... Oh goodness. Oh, we've broken everything. Okay, so... If shield health equals 0, destroy myself. I wonder if I'm consistently setting shield health to the maximum somewhere. You know what? I'll figure it out at some point or another. It's probably finicky because it's a global variable. I really probably should have gone with local ones for the usables and stuff, because making like a health station and a dummy is going to be a mess now, but I'll be able to deal with it. That's on my creative, man. Oh. Aha. There we go. I was not adding to the shield health to begin with. Now this might work. We'll see. That actually makes sense now, because it was colliding with the shield, or I would create it instantly,
and it would like destroy itself because it would be at 0 shield health. And then if for that instant that it was alive, or the shield was active, the enemy would hit it, and then it would go to -1, so it would not be equal to 0, so it wouldn't destroy itself. I see. Cool. 1, 2, 3. Okay, cool. That's awesome. Now I just need to make it so that the player can't use the shield a ton, because right now they can just kind of spam it. I'll probably put like some sort of limit on it. And I really should spawn shield on a higher instance layer. Let's see how shield works with like a ton of enemies coming at you. I mean, it works. You could use it. I could see how a player would use it in a bind, but for now, we can remove the bug from the list. Alright. What should I work on now? The dummy or the dummy or the health station? The dummy's basically going to be something that the enemies attack instead of the player. And the health station's going to be obvious, what it sounds like. I don't know which to do. I'll probably just do sprites for both right now. Yes, dummy. He's probably very intelligent. I don't want to insult his... Yeah, that's fine. Dummy. And then I have to make a upgrade for the dummy. Essentially just want to redraw the player in here, or the dummy, excuse me. It just occurred to me that the final level dummy is just going to be like a red dummy, just because that's the way the tier works. Oops. Oops, I keep right clicking. Okay. So I want that same kind of color that the dummy is. What is that? Okay. No way I'm gonna remember that. 171, 167, 119. Okay. Let's move this big window off to the side. 71. Okay, that looks good. same. A tier 6 plus sprite, which basically just means a red dummy. Oh yeah, bunny skills. You said you were interested in tiling. There's this program on Steam called Auto Tile Gen that can be used to sort of automatically create tiles. You might want to take a look at it, just because it's very easy to use. You basically feed in some input and it'll spit out a tile generation. Super useful. Very advanced with what it can do. It has a built-in image editor. Of course, here I am just destroying the beautiful standard tiles that they've made, but yeah, it's nice and reactive to your input, so I would give this a look if that's something you're interested in. And I'm just gonna ruin it. There we go. But yeah, this is a really useful tool. Okay. So, we're back with the dummy. Okay, this means I really need to start separating my things out. Oh goodness, I don't even know the distance between these two things. I'll measure it in buttons. This has become a common thing that I do. Use one object to measure another. Okay. Dude, that's awesome. Thank you. I'll definitely check that out. I'm stupid question in my room. How do I select a different tile set? I'm stuck on one. So I would think, let me go to a room where I actually have tiles. No, so you have a tile layer. What you can do is you can just create a whole new tile layer in your room. You look over here, I just have one tile layer, it's called tiles. My really simple tile set. And that's probably what you want to do. You can just duplicate the layer and then you can select a new tile from there. And just make sure you tile it to where, you know, obviously keep in mind the perspective that one thing's going to be drawn on top of the other and things like that. That's my recommendation. Might be a little bit of a band-aid fix depending on what you're doing. So is one layer restricted to one tile set? I know it used to be. To be honest with you, I have not used Game Maker Studios 2's tile sets enough to be able to fully answer that question. I could try it real quick. I don't have more than one tile set right now, but let's see. Duplicate and TS basic 2. I guess I do have more than one tile set, but it's one of them is basically a like a dummy one. I wanted to try and make a big one, but okay. Tiles. TS basic. No, I think on the left, if you go to tile properties, it'll either you can either select another tile set, or if that doesn't work, you'll have to do a new layer. Something like that. Yeah, if I remember correctly, with older versions, you could only have one tile set per room, I believe it was. And with Game Maker Studio 1, I think it was one tile set per like background layer or whatever. And now I think you can have just multiple tile layers. So yeah, I would just make another tile layer. It's not very CPU intensive or anything like that, so you'll be able to, get by fine with still adding, flair and stuff to your game. Even if you have multiple tile layers. Same deal with background layers. I think background layers and tile layers function the same. Make one giant tile set. I don't know how big tile sets can be. I think they can be as big as you want. I'm not quite sure, actually. Gummy. Dummy. I need to actually create. There we go. Okay, that makes sense. And by the way, do not follow this example. This is a horrid way of doing things. Right now, I'm just trying to get things working, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna completely redo all of this. It's horrid right now, but it's just I'm trying to get things. I'm just trying to get it done, at least. Yeah. Okay. Like, this is like peak non-efficiency, if that's a thing. But it works. That's all I needed to do right now. Case dummy.
like it should work. Let me just bring it up there. Cool. And then I'll add the upgrade button once I see how this looks like presentation-wise. Because I think I'm gonna end up moving this into like completely separate sections from one another. But if this looks fine with just like a border, like a empty space, I'll just keep that. Oh, can I ship you my EXE? Here, there's a tool called LiceCap that lets you capture GIFs. Why don't you drop some GIFs in my message box? Or you could always send me a zip of your actual project file if you wanted. Yeah, let's go ahead and make an upgrade button for it to begin with. Oh, duh, okay. Oh, gosh. I'm gonna have to... dummy upgrade button. It's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. That's fine, though. Did I initialize dummy price? Huh, where did my variables go? That's weird. It's kind of annoying. Got a laggy GIF view cursive kills out. Hey, it works. Dummy price. Okay, that's all set. I don't know why it got rid of all that. That was weird. Huh. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and message me that GIF. I'll take a look. Let's see. Oh, that's cool. Is the little red that camera drift with the mouse looks really good. Are the little red dots gonna be like oars? Yeah, that camera looks great. That looks really good. So I'm assuming the mouse moves independently from the camera, and that's why you get a little bit of drift, because that looks great. Ooh, we got a failed run program. These are the fun ones. Malformed if statements. Let me create. Yep. If global dummy. Yeah. I'm the dummy. Frickin' kill me.
Good lord. Global dot. Let's play position, mid 96 miles position. Oh, I see. Okay. That's cool. Global dot dummy is greater than or equal to 6. So directly to the mouse. That's the way to do it, honestly. I've found that instead of, like, pretty much with anything in Game Maker, if you have some sort of a range you can set, or like any sort of range or any sort of boundary, then you might as well just set it, because it's gonna make life a lot easier. Oh my lord, what did I do? Oh no. I made it ugly. Okay. Now to add rotation. Oh, how do you plan to do that? Oh, okay, I didn't account for the prices. Hey, it works. Cool. So that means probably gonna have to implement different tabs, which is fine. I don't mind that. It'll probably make things more organized to begin with. Yeah, I don't mind that. That'll probably make it more uniform, and I'm planning on adding like a store deal every time the player leaves a game or dies from a run or whatever you want to call them. They will have an item on sale that they can buy in the store. Keep it on the higher end. There we go. So does cameras support rotation? Because like I said, I know little to nothing about cameras. It's been bugging me. I should remove the button from this room. Okay, good. Should move these here. These are like the old health and mana upgrade buttons. Don't know why they're still there. Because originally I wasn't even gonna add gear. The only thing you were able to upgrade was your health and mana. You know, this looks okay for now. I'll add tabs later on along the sides, like right here. Or I might move the... I don't know what I'll do.
We'll see. I'll figure out something. Let's see what a full level 6 gear would cost us, because let's see, I've got what, 6,500,000 right now. I just want to see how much a full set of 6 gear would cost us. I'm at 6, 4, 5, 600, $450,088, it looks like. Okay. It's like around $1.5 million. Not even, actually, that was like $50,000. I'm just trying to gauge right now what I should make money worth, because money is going to be a random drop. But I guess it's better to just see in practice. Okay. You know what? Let's take a break from this and let's add a new enemy. Anybody have suggestions for enemies? Anybody? 'Cause if not, I can always just add a enemy I've been thinking about for a while, but yeah, anybody got suggestions? 'Cause I'll take suggestions. Ooh. S was suggestions. Sorry, I just zoned back in. Got people in my room. Oh, enemies. Gonna make a new enemy right now, and I'm not quite sure what to do. Add these sprites in, but if I get a better suggestion, I'll probably just use that. That's real red. I want to see a snake. Okay, alright. Snake. Call this a snake, so even the beginning looks like it's hissing. We'll just do right. Full disclaimer, I'm not very good at this, so we'll see what I'm made of. Gonna have to make him slither around too. So let's see if I'm doing like a
trash, but it's good trash. It's my trash. Trying to make something, and me and my friend trying to call him Mr. Shanky. Basically, a green gun that comes out of nowhere and tries to shank you, normally hidden in walls. Dang. That was violent. My game is basically G-rated at this point. That looks more like a worm than a snake. Nope, that's a snake smoking a cigarette. That's a worm smoking a cigarette, excuse me. There you go. Oh, now our snake is cool. Oh, gosh. I just need to make the tail longer. I'm gonna leave that up there for now, actually. That's funny. Whoops. No, I deleted our snake's coolness. Okay. Ignoring the cigarette, that actually looks like a pretty okay snake. I think animating him is going to be a pain, but that's okay, it's all part of the process. Yeah, that looks okay. God, that cigarette, he's so badass. Dude, I wish I was as cool as this snake. Hold on, I just gotta do something. It's right, the snake's gonna make a script for slithery movement, but I love the cigar. The way that I'm doing the enemy tiers, every enemy type will have a boss type. We'll have a boss corresponding with it. So I'll probably just make the snake like a badass biker snake. So yeah, probably the snake will have that slithery sort of movement. The boss snake, I'll do that, but for now, I'll just animate a regular snake for now. Okay, let's say goodbye to all his badassery. Hold on a moment. Why is this peak higher than the
the lowest trough. Might want to fix that. Because if we flip that, that might look a little weird. Why does it end up like that, though? 2, 2. Oh. Oh no. There we go. That looks good. Does this align with the middle? No, I should actually get that to align with the middle. There we go. That actually looks really good. So now, because Game Maker Studio is a little lacking. Oh, God, that bothers me. That's fine. I'll figure it out in animating how to make that look normal. I actually take it to paint.net, create a new image, 94 by 20. And go to the sprite, resize the canvas to 94 by 20. Paste him in there. Alright. Cool. What time is it? Oh, Jesus. I should probably get to bed soon. Oh God, how do snakes move? Oh yes. Oh yes, this is 9, you shall not sleep. This is exactly the snake that I was looking for. Oh, he is perfect. Well, now I gotta redraw my sprite, I guess. Snake slithering. Yeah. So it's like a wave. Okay. I know I just said okay, but I still have no clue how to animate that properly. I just broke his neck, okay. Here, I'll just try this out. Nope. Oh gosh. It's like I'm just cutting him up. I need direction here. Alright. Dude, I might want to sleep. It's like almost 1 o'clock here. I don't know where you're at, but I like my sleep. It's like it's uneven how it. Here, you know what? I'll just make a stand-in animation. for now. That's essentially just flipping it. Oh no. At the bottom. Hold on just a second. Oh no. No, stop. Don't do it. I'm doing it. Oh no. What? What? That's basically the movement of a snake, and I can just add frames in between. Oh, yep. Yep. That's how fast it goes. Yep. Just like that. Yeah, I'll figure out a better way to animate that later, but for now that's probably good. I'll just call him Snake. No. Yeah, that's good for now. Okay, a snake. Okay, let's see how that looks. Just in relation to the player. Oops. That's pretty big. I might want to make that like a, might just want to try and make that some sort of tier 4 enemy, because usually those are the big ones. So if we compare the sizes to the other tier 4 enemies, tier 4 is basically the tier before the boss. This one's the biggest so far. Yeah, I'm gonna make that I'll make it spit venom. I wanted to kind of have the movement of the ant as well.
choose 3, 4, or 5, and then yeah, I'll just yeah, that's fine. I'll just have to look at this as an example of how things move when they're used as an ID. So I'll just call that B. Oh, whoops. Shoot. This should all be in the sneak. Figured something was a little off, so I just put this there. Image angle plus the dx, or minus, but it accounts for that up there. I suppose I only need D for deviation because I won't be doing it on times. Should be called fire deviation. Alright, time to see what this snake is made of. Time to see if it breaks instantly. Know anyone who likes cash and doing school assignments somehow? Yeah, right. Dude, finally free of high school, not even gonna... Not looking back. Okay. Haha! That's what I thought. That deviation. Oh, okay, I see. I'll definitely talk to you sometime. If you want help with any scripts, send them my way. What needs spreading done, just ask. Alright, Bunny Skills, have a good party. I will hit you up on your offer if I need anything. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the follow again. Have a good one. Here he is. Aha. Actually looks pretty good. I am going to turn down the deviation a little. Definitely down to collaborate on any projects in the future. Hit me up. I love learning. My dedication is over 9,000. Glad to hear it. Game Maker's a great program. I saw the GIF you sent me. Saw the code you sent me. You definitely picked it up fast. For using it for a week, you'll go far.
Dang, this snake's looking good. I like it. These bullets are very inaccurate.
Alright, we're looping the same album over and over. Let's get this changed. Alright. Cool. So let's see if that angle makes the snake any better. It's still pretty inaccurate, but maybe that's just how the snake does. In fact, I'm probably going to make it just so that the speed is set in the creation of the bullet from the ID instead of in the create event. So that way I can actually just make this bullet's really slow. Well, relatively slow. Okay. And maybe up a little fast. What if I changed his origin? Maybe that's the issue. Maybe that might make it look weird, but we'll see. Oh, that actually looks good. I like that. Oh, he darted because of the the enemies got spawned underneath him. I actually kind of liked him darting though. I might add that on a timer or a state or something. Just gonna say make snake dart. I know what that means, so it's fine. Alright. What time is it? 1:05. Alright, I might call it a night. Been streaming for what? 2 hours? I'll stream for a little longer. Hit that 2 hours. So that snake is a tier 4. So that means hit the portal. I could just say okay, now we need to test that and see if we can get an ant to spawn. Okay, good, it works. Cool. That makes life easier because I can just set the max there. Cool. Cool. That works out. Organize this a little better. Display monies in the pregame. I need to make a group for equals. That go right underneath gear. Cool. Cool. Alright. I think I'm gonna call it a night. We actually did a lot today. We got the shield working. We got most of the shop stuff working. We added the dummy sprites for the wisps, added the snake. Yeah. Now all I gotta do is make armor work. And I think the way I'm gonna make armor work is I'm gonna make a whole separate armor stat that if you have armor on, it'll deplete armor before it depletes health. And basically the way you get that, think of it as like a first health bar to your second real health bar. So I think I'm gonna do it that way. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Thank you to everyone who's watched. Going to call it a night, but thank you again, everybody. I will see you guys hopefully. When am I gonna stream again? Late Saturday night, probably. All right, bye bye.